Hey there everybody, and welcome to another Pro Tools tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to use the sidechain input on the DigiDesign Expander Gate plugin to create a gated synth part. So let me give you a quick tour of what we've got in front of us. I have 3 tracks currently in this session. I have a stereo audio track with a drum loop on it, and I'm just going to play that for you for 4 bars. Okay, so that's the drum loop. It just keeps on repeating. And then below that, I've got an instrument track. I haven't put an instrument on it yet. I'll do that in a moment. And then below that, I have a mono audio track, which I will explain a little bit further as we go. So first thing I want to do is I am going to add an expand plugin to this instrument track. There we go. So the expand, if you don't already have it, it is a free plugin that you can get from the DigiDesign website, and it's well worth the effort and the $10 or so that I think they charge you to send out the actual hard copy disc. So here it is. Looks like this. I just went up to this folder here and called up a preset, and let's hear what that sounds like. Okay, nice sort of analog sounding synth part. And so now that I've got that up, the first thing I'm going to do is just record 4 bars of something. So bear with me for a sec while I do that. Okay, cool. So there's my synth part. So what we've got now are just whole note chords. But what we want is we want gated 16th note chords. So the way we're going to achieve that is by inserting the DigiDesign Expander gate right after the expand plugin and enabling the sidechain input. Up in the top right hand corner of the plugin, you'll see this little key button. Turning that on is going to allow the gate to receive a key input signal into the sidechain that is going to determine when the gate opens and closes. Without going into that in too much detail right now, we're just going to set it up. So click on your key input to enable it, your sidechain key input, and then assign bus 1 to the key input over here on the left. We're going to close that for the moment. And now we need to skip over to our hi-hat track here. And what I'm going to use this for is I'm going to import this little hi-hat sample. It's just a short 16th note sample. That's why I chose it, because it was just short and it's percussive. And we're going to go over here and just grab that, bring it in here. Okay, let's just zoom in a little. Okay, so I want to make this hi-hat in duration. I want to make it 1/16th note. So I'm going to use the trimmer tool, and I'm going to grab this region. I'm in grid mode, and my grid is set to 16th notes. You can see right here, the value of 240 is a 16th note in Pro Tools. And we are going to trim that region back. And because I'm going to need a lot of them, I'm just going to go Option R, and I'm going to enter in, say, like 300. 316th notes really isn't that much. So there we go. So now let's hear what we've got. Okay, so we've got a bunch of 16th note hi-hats. And you notice our synth wasn't playing. Our synth wasn't playing because we've told it to gate depending on what is coming in on bus 1. But since nothing is coming in on bus 1, the gate is just permanently closed. So what we're going to do here, we're going to flip over to our mixer, and we are going to route the output of the hi-hat to bus 1, the output of the hi-hat track to bus 1. So now when we play it, that hi-hat, we won't hear the hi-hat direct signal because it's going to be going straight into the gate, into bus 1 here, and the result, if we've set this up correctly, should be something kind of cool. Great, that's what we want. Okay, now we're going to refine that a little bit, but what I want to do is I just want to set up this track just to loop. Okay, there's my loop. So let's call up the gate again and let's tweak some of these settings. So that's how we create a gated synth part using a regular synth or any sound source and the sidechain input on a gate plugin. In this case, we've used a hi-hat to determine when the gate on a synth track opens and closes. But you could really do this with anything. You could have any source as the key source, and you could be keying a gate that's on any other instrument track. So whether it's a guitar or a vocal or anything, there's all kinds of creative uses of this. But for now, that brings us to the end of this tutorial. I'll definitely be covering more on this topic in future tutorials, so I hope to see you there. Thanks for joining me. Bye.